Good morning, everybody. I have everything packed up in the truck here. I have to run to work and get the guys started today, and then we're heading north. Let's go to the tent. You can tell school's back in session. Everybody must go to work on a Friday. Usually on Fridays, there's hardly no traffic. Alrighty, got the guys going here on this job. Now it's time to head to the tent. I was going to do a tent repair above the wood stove this weekend, but I had a piece of green plywood in the back of my truck. I needed it on this job, so I might have to do that later, but we're going to put the stove in anyway. According to my GPS from down here, I've got 240 miles to go. Well, we're finally out of the traffic. We're on 35, Interstate 35 going north. We're going to stay on this all the way till it ends, and that'll be about halfway there. So right now it's 56 degrees right here. My dad, he went up to the Backwoods Cabin and to the folks' cabin yesterday, and he texted me and he said it was 36 degrees up there, so a little bit chillier. I don't need diesel, but this is the last town that has diesel, so I am going to pull in and fill up anyway. Well, there was two people waiting to get diesel there, so I'm going to run up here and get groceries first, and then there's a quick trip up here that has diesel also. Well, this is it for civilization for a couple of days, a couple hours, and we'll be at the tent. I see that some of the trees up here now are starting to get a little bit of their fall color in them. Finally made it to the tent driveway. Looks like some kind of critter got in here. I've got either that or there was a really bad storm up here, but I didn't see any trees down. No, something was definitely in here. I mean, it chewed on some of the insulation or something right there. This is on the floor. There's more insulation over there. I had that paper towel wrapped around the stovepipe, and then I put mosquito spray on there to keep the bugs out, so that's definitely where something come in here. Otherwise, everything else is looking good. It's a little chilly in here and I can't start the stove. Wonder what it is. 62 outside, it's 52.3 in here. Alright, that's a little bit better. I always put both remote controls right up here next to each other, so whatever it is climbed up here and dropped that down. And my fan right here, see how that's at an angle? I would have never done that. I would have had it perfectly straight like this when I left, so something crawled behind there too. And it's time to stock up for winter here, so I have the 3 bags of charcoal, but I bought 4 more, and those are in the truck, so I'm going to haul them in right now and get them stacked up here. Some more toilet paper up here. I didn't know how much that in here, and you don't want to run out of that. Brought up some more paper towels. Can't have enough of those. Let's see. I also brought up a whole bunch of gallon freezer bags, because now when hunting season starts, grouse hunting and everything, if you get anything, you're going to bag them. If you get a deer, the deer heart, you're going to bag it. So can't have enough of these. I also bought a grill cover for the barbecue here. I noticed last time I come up and the time before that I get water in here and it just sits. Now this side isn't so bad, but it's all soaking wet. With the barbecue that I have at home that's similar to this but a different brand name, this overlaps the metal. It never gets wet inside. This one, it just collects the water. It'll rust out in a couple of years probably. And I never bought a cover for it because I thought they were going to be like $100 or something. And I was like, well, the grill costed $200. I might as well just wait 5-6 years and buy a new grill. But then when I looked these up, they're only $25 or something like that. So I bought one, and we'll save this grill because I really do like this barbecue. But I'll put that on later. I'm going to use that barbecue later tonight to cook up some chicken. I brought up some pre-made chicken, hamburgers, some yogurt. And I brought up chicken thighs and beef country style ribs. I'll show you. So, like I said, I got hamburgers. I brought butter up here because I'm almost out of canned butter and I forgot to can butter at home. Brought up some yogurt, an onion, some of them ham pieces I brought up I don't know, a few times ago. There's the chicken thighs. They already have some kind of seasoning on them. Yeah, and then these country style beef ribs. I think I might do these. I don't know, I might do these on the fire. I'm going to do the chicken, like I said, on the grill. They had these air freshener things on sale for $1. I thought I'll put one of these in the outhouse if I can figure. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll put one out there. It'll just be freezing at night now, but it'll work when it warms up in there. Using that old stove pipe, I'm going to put it in there and then I'm going to set that stove right where it's supposed to be so I can measure each way so I can get that Durock put directly, you know, centered underneath the stove. I know I have a picture somewhere in here of the tent wood stove. Looks to me like that front leg, there's one dark spot right there in the plywood. And I think that's that spot right there. And I know I had that piece of wood there to stop right against the leg, because you'll find if you keep pushing wood and pushing wood and pushing wood in here, eventually the stove will kind of walk its way backwards some. So I put a little stop back there. With that cut off piece of Durock over on this side of the stove, I have quite a bit of room between the stove and the wall, but it gets kind of tight on that back side. I mean, it's not discolored. We've never had a problem in over 10 years, but I'm still going to put that piece against the wall there because I have no other use for it, and it'll just be that much safer. Well, I wasn't going to do the ceiling repair because I didn't have that plywood up here, but that piece I had in my truck that I left at work, it would not have been wide enough anyway, and I forgot I've got a pile of plywood on the side of the tent here from when I did the back addition. So I'm going to dig one of those out, and I'll get a measurement here. I'm going to run that plywood all the way up to here, all the way down to the bottom, and then from here to the outside, but I'll put it on the other side of the canvas. Okay, so the general idea here is working. It'll be a whole nother story trying to line this hole up with that hole up there. This is the trickiest part right here because you've got to get the stovepipe up high enough so it's above the tent top, but still low enough so it's not hitting the wooden top, so I can put that piece of metal on there. Well, I have the chimney all in there. I went up there with the block of wood and beat it down so it's nice and tight. You can see, you probably can't see in there. Anyway, both those pieces of metal I'll have to fasten down to one a little bit better, but at least it's sitting on there right now. And then my dad come over. I have this house that I'm bidding right now that we're going to be building in November, so it's going to be cold. So anyway, we were just taking a look at this, and I don't know, that took about an hour and a half. I'm cold. It's 57 degrees in here only right now, and I need to get that stove going. I think I'm going to fire it up and let it run tonight, and if everything works really good, then tomorrow I will fasten that, that metal piece that I put up there, just to make sure I don't have to move anything around. Without the stove going in here and it's chilly like this, it's like the tent isn't the tent. This will be very nice. It makes it so nice and warm and comfy in here. Sounds just like the old one. 58 outside, 57.2 inside. I only have a small fire going in there right now in case anything goes wrong, but man, does that heat feel good. Everything seems to be doing okay. Well, I went and pulled this camera, and it didn't have anything on it. Pictures of me, and that was about it. No animals. This is the one on the front of the tent, so I'm actually going to switch these batteries out, and I'm going to go grab the other one that we always look at. And I'm just going to switch it with this one, because these batteries here, it was down to just 1.5, like not very much battery left. This has been going for months, 6 months, I don't know, 4 months, a long time. Alright, I'll be back in a few minutes and we'll take a look at the other one. That's the one that usually has the deer pictures on it and everything, so I'll be right back. Now we have a picture of a deer here, and this is the first one I've seen all year. I believe, right, I don't think that, maybe that's just the ears. I thought maybe it was a little spiked buck, but it might just be the ears. I can't tell. I tell you this year, if it's a spiked buck, I think that's just ears. Now that I look at it from back here. If a spiked buck comes by this year, I'm shooting it. It's been too many years now. I got spoiled before that, shooting so many. I need some venison to make some jerky. Oh, there's another one right there. There's one, yeah, right here. There's a back of one. Yeah, that's about it. Nothing really. It's funny because I was up here, what, 2 weeks ago. If I wait a month, it's so exciting because there's way more pictures. But oh well, at least there's deer. Oh, this one here I couldn't see anything, but there's a bird right here flying. I bought a couple of things at the thrift store. I got that dream catcher. I'm going to hang that in the bedroom. And then that little candle lamp was only like $1 or $1.99. And anyway, I like those, so I'm going to put that in the bedroom too. I've actually have one up here already. Right here, and before we had electricity or anything at the tent, we would burn this every single night for like a nightlight when the kids were little. So I just like having those around, and this one was really cheap. And then the place where I buy sweet corn, now they're done for the year, but you get it for about a month. It's maybe a mile from the house. Anyway, the guy brings out these trailers with stuff that he gets at auctions and stuff all year round, and then it's almost like a little garage sale. But I know him since I was a kid, and he collects traps, and he's I don't know, he's got to be in his 70s now, and maybe even older than that. And so now he's been bringing traps down and selling some of them, and these are just 4 of them. I bought probably between 15 and 20 of them, because I like to use these just for decoration. Like I have a couple of them here hanging outside of the outhouse. I've got some right here that hang inside the outhouse. And right in this area between this tree and that tree, which is, there's the outhouse over there, I'm going to build a true wood-fired smoker here. In fact, in one of the videos I even showed kind of a template for it. I don't know what video it was on, or if it was on this channel or if it was on the Northern Seclusion channel, but anyway, This is a perfect spot because the ground drops down over on that side, so I can put the wood stove there and have the pipe come up and feed the actual smoker. But when I decorate it on the outside, I'm going to want to have some traps hanging on there, maybe a couple of decoys. So every year when the sweet corn goes for sale, I go there and I buy some corn and I check it out, and usually he has some traps. This time I've been really wanting them, so I bought almost all of them the one day that I went, and then I went back a couple days later and he had replenished them, and I bought a bunch then, and I went back a third time and I bought some more. I think I'm going to hang a couple of them somewhere in the bedroom for now. I can always move them later. And I think I'm just going to sneak this little candle lantern right there. Well, I think 2 traps is enough for in here. Those are my last pieces of apple wood that I got from Jim that I use for smoking. So Jim, if you're watching this, if you've run into any more apple or plum or cherry or anything, let me know. I can come and pick it up. I just chop it up with my splitter and use it for the smoker. It is so quiet out here, all I can hear is my ears ring. It's almost annoying. Man, does that smell good. Okay everyone, well I'm going to grab me a glass of milk and it is dinner time. Okay everyone, well it's bedtime for me. It's a beautiful 78 degrees in here and a chilly 49 degrees outside. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning everybody. It's slowly trying to get light out there. Once it does, we can do something with the day. I see geese almost every time I'm up here, and now that I have a license to shoot them, I haven't seen or heard even one. I can see a total of 6 ducks out there from here. I think they're all wood ducks. No geese though. And duck hunting doesn't open for, I'll be 2 more weekends and I'll be duck hunting at the usual spot. It's just a little after 7 o'clock now. My dad's going to come over sometime this morning and we're going to take that little mini pontoon out. And we have to do some work on his boardwalk where it's meeting up to the water. He bought some poles and I don't know. So I'm going to have to help him with that for a while. Just texting with my sister down in Florida, and she said it's 75 and sunny right now, and I think that's the calm before the storm. They are going to get slammed later today. I'm going to be filling all this up, but I have a lot of hardwood out there now, and a lot of this is pine. So I want to take some of the pine from here and stack it up over here, because a lot of times I use this stuff first, and then as it gets colder out, I can go over to the hardwood that'll be sitting over in the big pile. Well, I got the wood box full, I got it full out here, and now if my dad would just get over here so we could take care of that stuff out by his dock, I would go grab the four-wheeler and start loading up wood so I can get that filled all the way up to the top. I just texted my dad to see when he wants to do that dock stuff today because he said in the morning and it's already 25 after 9. I mean, he's like me. Morning's almost over now. I want to run out to Zachary's stand and check his trail camera because I haven't done that for about 4 weeks, and I want to get some wood hauled. I got a lot of stuff to do today. Well, he just texted me back and said to run out to Zach's stand first and then give him a call when I get back. So let's head out there. What's nice about this time out is I think all the other times we checked this, the mosquitoes were so bad they about carry you away. No problem with that this morning. Well, it's showing 70% on the battery. I can still leave it in there for a couple more weeks. It shows 132 pictures, but this one, after 999 pictures, it starts another folder. So I bet there's more than that on there. Well, my dad borrowed me his card reader that he has, but I don't know. I'd rather look at it on the computer. I just brought out a different SD card and switched it out, turned it back on. Everything's ready to go. Well, let's head back. Zach, I was talking to him, I don't know, a couple weeks ago, and he's actually thinking about looking at a different deer hunting area. It's more, I don't know, it's quite a ways from here, but anyway, I think it's be a good area. I've been in there before and there's a lot of sign, but it's a real tight area and hard to hunt, so it'll be interesting. I haven't been back there in a couple of years, so whenever he comes up and we can take a look at that, it'll be interesting to see if there's any decent place to put a stand. But for now, his stand is sitting right there, still in good shape. I won't be up to the tent next weekend, and the following weekend after that I won't either because that's duck hunting opener. I think I've said that a few times. But the next time I come up, now that they've already had a good freeze up here, the leaves are going to start to fall off the trees. And then I want to go back to that new deer hunting area that, I don't know, a couple videos ago my dad and I walked out there and see if there's any sign. I still would like to put a stand up in there just to have another place to sit. I think we'll drive the loop around on the way back here, and I might run in and check out my far stand. I don't think we've checked that since this spring. Still be a lot of leaves on the trees, but just to go back there and make sure everything's okay. This area is getting so grown up in here. You know, when I used to have the rickety stand over on this tree, I shot a lot of deer. I don't think I've shot one deer out of this stand yet. I've been sitting here about 15 minutes. It's like you get in your stand and you just start looking around. It's so nice right now, not cold. Looking for right there. this is that area back in here that Zachary's interested in. I'd go back there right now, but maybe my dad wants to do that dock stuff now. We'll see. Get that done before lunch, hopefully. But anyway, that area goes back. This isn't very far from the road, but if you just carry all the way up here, and then the road goes to the right, that whole area back there, it backs up to a swamp. And it was all cleared before, so you got all these, well now they're big pine trees, but they were little. And there's all kind of trails and stuff to go in there, and some little meadow areas, but they're little like this, you know. So there's not any good places to really cover a lot of area. Huh, it only has the one folder this time. Only 138 pictures. Last time it was so many. That's it. That's me grabbing it. Nothing this time.
I get to this far, I'll put one that had an angle here.
That'll be a nice wide end to it.
Huh?
Alright, well, I'm done helping him with the dock there. He got everything he wanted out there finished, so, but I wanted to do that before lunch, which I did, but now it's 1:45. I haven't ate anything today, so I'm hungry. I'm going to go in there and have some lunch. Well, it's almost filled up. I think the next load, I'm going to put a bunch of softwood, a bunch of pine in there, and then I'll put some hard on top. I really wouldn't have cared if this whole corner right here was pine, just because this stuff burns super hot, and like when you're having the low fires, you really don't need that heat. But anyway, I'm going to put some pine and some hardwood in here because I want to get a stack of pine out by the campfire. I stack all the hardwood over here on the left, and all the softer wood goes over there on the right. Well, I guessed at that pretty good. I got all of the hardwood out of here. This is all pine, and this thing is all filled to the top. I'm always so happy when this is all filled up. To me, it's like, okay, now the snow can come. Even though it's a ways off, at least all this is done. It takes a long time. I think I'll go get one more load, and I can call it a year as far as hauling firewood. There we go. All done. All right, well, I gotta buzz this over to the folks' cabin. My dad left earlier today, so I gotta get my button gear. It's after 6 o'clock. I still have to hook the trailer up to my truck, get some stuff that I have to get in my truck for duck hunting that's on the top bunk. Yeah, just do all the evening chores. I gotta bring the key inside. Might as well take a quick look. It's actually still warm in here. Usually when I film, I come in here and I'm freezing. Not too bad today. There, you can see out there what we were doing earlier. Now he can run boards from here all the way out, and then he's going to angle it over to that far left side. I think I'll back my truck up and hook up to this trailer, get that done with, and backed up to the tent. I better grab this and put it in that little storage area. I have got to take some time and get this done. This work bit is due today, so I need to get this in. I already know the numbers, I just need to get it all put down, emailed off, so this is done and off my mind. I've been working on that bid the last 45 minutes, and I was sitting there and I'm just concentrating on everything, and it's like I can smell something. It's like, oh, that's right, I got the barbecue going. Almost forgot. Down to 56 degrees outside. It's time to fire up the stove. It's still 68 in here, but that's going to drop. Just a small fire would be nice. Okay everyone, my homework is done. I have got things to do. Alright, I need a few things for duck hunting. I need my waders, This can stay up for deer hunting. This one. I'm gonna grab one of my, I think I have life jackets at home, but I know I have one here. I think they're done enough for me. Okay everyone, well there's no way I can eat that much, but I need to grab me a glass of milk, and it's supper time. Only 2 dishes this time. It's pretty good. Well, everyone, the stove worked absolutely awesome this weekend. It's 20 minutes after 10 and I am absolutely exhausted. I am going to bed. Well, it's 10 after 6. I've been up for quite a while here just waiting for it to get light enough. It's amazing how this time of the year it takes a long time for it to get light in the morning.
I'm on Twitter all day at DFFA Traffic. I will help you get to where you need to go. DFFA.
This is going to have a significant impact on Pinellas County, and you've already restricted access.
With a trout or a tornado watch, likely.
Say some good guys, how does go?
Well, I'd say that about does it. It's time to hit the road. Thanks a lot for watching, everyone. I'll see you guys on the next video. Six more days and grouse season opens.